Hello, a quick video on how to add additional equipment questions. So here I'm in the project management work module, and then you go over here and I'm in the ground data. So click the three dots and you want to click ground data. That brings you to this step screen, and then you want to choose equipment questions, which brings up this screen here. So here you'll see the various groups of equipment that we have, and then the equipment underneath it. And then if through this manage button, you can see that you can manage the questions that are asked about that. So here it's compressed air. You can see which workflows this is attached to, and then you can see the questions that are attached to it. And if you have a yes/no question or a multiple choice question, you can add a dependent question. So let's add a new question right here. We just added this oxygen titrator. I'm going to click manage. And I'm going to ask, it's on the Hui workflow. I'm going to ask, it's going to be on the Neil Armstrong and on the Atlantis. Where's the Atlantis? Okay. I'm going to say a new question. What type of samples are you collecting? This is a silly question because we know it's an O2 titrator. And then you can put, please indicate, you can put any sort of note in here. Please indicate the size and quantity. And you can choose what kind of output you want. So you can have it be a header, you can be a number, an integral, a text editor, which is a big old text box. You can choose whether it's mandatory or not. And then you choose which workflow this is associated with. So we're going to, so the question, the piece of equipment is associated with a workflow, and then the question itself is associated with a workflow. So here we're going to choose Hui, and we're going to make that question mandatory. And then I click save, and then that is there. So let's say now I want a yes/no question. So I say, are you collecting samples? And I say, please indicate yes or no. Indicate yes or no. And from here, I can put yes, no, or a radio dial. I can make it mandatory. Again, I'll say it's on the Hui workflow. And we'll click save. Now, because this is a yes/no question, you'll see this thing come up that says add dependent question. So I can, if the person says yes, I can say, please tell us about your samples. And I can add another question if it's if they answer yes, or if they answer no, I can say something else. So that's another great feature that you can use when asking questions. So again, you can, as part of your equipment, you can decide which workflow the piece of equipment is associated with, which ships the piece of equipment is associated with, and then you have to decide which exact questions are associated with your workflow. That's all we've got. Thanks.